let's raise some money for Lasagna Love. Tonight is the first official Home Chef Throwdown. If you don't know what that is, I have the video explaining it pinned at the top of my profile. And tonight's small business is Shore Smoke. They sent me some seasonings and I'm very excited to use them. Now the 6 other creators that are part of the Home Chef Throwdown, you know, the ones that are gonna lose, I have them tagged below. Y'all go check out their videos. Challenge that won this week is air fryer cooking only, and we're gonna be doing a Super Bowl appetizer. We're gonna be making a buffalo chicken crescent ring, and the first thing you're gonna need is some chicken. I am using a rotisserie chicken from Walmart. I deboned it and shredded it up. You're also gonna need 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Now the rules of cream cheese is you have to spend 9.5 hours struggling to get into the package, okay? Another rule of cream cheese is that if the recipe says that it needs to be softened, you forget to take it out and soften it, okay? Did I forget? Absolutely. Cream together your chicken and your cream cheese. Now, Sure Smoke sent over us a lot of seasonings for all of us to try, and tonight I'm gonna be using the Queen Bee. Thought that would be very fitting since I am gonna be the queen of this competition and I'm gonna win. Now we're gonna throw in some hot sauce. Y'all, if it is not Louisiana, count me out. And then combine all that really well. You're also gonna need 8 ounces of mild cheddar shredded. It's actually a joke, you need 4 ounces. Normally I double this recipe. And now you're gonna fold the cheese in. And listen, y'all, I've said it a many times. If you don't know how to fold cheese in, you just fold it, okay? You need a pack of crescent rolls, any brand's fine. I'm a Pillsbury girl. You overlap them to make it look like this. Now you're gonna take your mixture and you're gonna start forming it around the ring. I normally put it on the part where it's overlapped, so you're gonna go all the way around with your mixture. Now that your mixture's in there, just take your corners and I kind of just tuck them up under there. I'm just gonna use my hands, okay? That's what she said. Oh God, oh God. We did it, y'all. I'm gonna cook this at 350 degrees. I'm gonna start out like 10 minutes, but y'all know, as always, I will tell you how long to cook it. While we're waiting for that to cook, y'all go check out all the other videos from all the other creators. Now, Lasagna Love has set up voting for us on their website, which I will have linked in my bio, so y'all make sure and go vote for who you think made the best recipe this week. Now, also, we're gonna vote for next week as well. The competition for next week is canned goods only or cooking only with a whisk. So I'll have that poll on the screen, make sure and vote. Hey y'all, here she is in all her glory. I ended up cooking this for 12 minutes at 375, and I made a dipping sauce with sour cream, Louisiana hot sauce, and of course this Sure Smoke Queen Bee seasoning. All right, now Bubba, I'm in a competition, and you know your opinion's really important. No pressure though.
Smells good.
Let's go. I got some dipping sauce on mine. Make sure and vote in the poll for next week's challenge, and also make sure to check out Lasagna Love's website. And as always, thanks for coming to my fake cooking show. Bye.
Hey y'all, the first day back to life after fall break's got me looking a little woo. So tonight I am making potato soup. It is my absolute favorite. I didn't think my husband was going to be home tonight, so I planned to cook this. Well, now he is going to be home, so he's getting a pizza. Did you already know he's picky and doesn't like anything good? Okay, so I got my crock pot on low, and I just added these Southern style hash browns. If you want to cut up your own, be my guest, but these are like $1, so. All right, next we're going to add 2 cans of chicken broth, a can of cream of celery, can of cream of chicken. All right, let's mix that up. Now the best part is Velveeta. I ain't trying to spend $8 on cheese, so I get this for $50 or something from Walmart. Okay, I got about half of the block cut up, but let's be honest, I'm probably gonna use it all, but we're gonna start with this. Okay, this is what it's looking like. We're gonna mix that up. Okay, I'm gonna fill about half of this can up with some water and pour it in there. All right, we're gonna season it with some salt, pepper, and I like to add just a little bit of onion powder. All right, we're gonna keep an eye on it, and if we need to add some more cheese, we will, but literally that's it, y'all. I mean, it is so easy. Okay, y'all, it's been cooking for several hours. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It's a little thinner than I like, but it's fine. All right, let's try it. That's hot. Oh my gosh, y'all. It is so good. So when I fix a bowl of it, I'm gonna top it with some cheddar cheese and bacon bits. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Y'all let me know if you try it.
In honor of 1 year of the infamous honey hot chicken recipe, I recreated it and it's better than ever. Let's get into it. Now, clean the chicken or don't clean the chicken, that's up to you. But don't come for me, okay? It's culture. Thank you. But like any other chicken recipe, we got the buttermilk, the seasoned marinade with the hot sauce and the pickle juice. Mix well. And same thing with the flour. Make sure you season it up really nicely. And this is going to be part 1 into my new chicken tender series because you guys seem to go crazy every time I make them and they're super simple. Plus, the Super Bowl is coming up, so I want to get you guys right for the big game day with all the best chicken tender recipes ever. So hopefully by the end of this series, you guys are all chicken tender pros. Also, get into this homemade blue cheese that I made. Please comment if y'all want to see the recipe. Make sure to tag me if you try it. Cheers. And let me know what you think. Enjoy, y'all. 10 out of 10.
Super Bowl Sunday is next weekend, and these cheeseburger sliders are a must-to-have at your party. To a pan, you're going to add in a pound of ground beef, half of a yellow onion diced. Once that's cooked through, you're going to drain the grease and season with whatever you want. I'm doing Flavor God. And once the seasoning is combined into the meat, you're going to add in 1/3 cup of mayo and stir that in as well. And now it's time to assemble. So to a 9x13 pan, you're going to lay down the bottom of the slider rolls, top with the meat mixture, top with 6 slices of American cheese, and then the other half of the slider rolls. Then to a bowl, you're going to add all of these ingredients on the screen, make sure that's well combined, and then you're going to add them on top of the sliders and make sure that it is evenly distributed. And next, you're just going to top with some sesame seeds, cover with foil, bake at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And that is it. Top with your favorite toppings, but I promise you, everybody's going to love them.
Hey guys, gals, and pals. With Super Bowl Sunday right around the corner, these burger bombs are going to leave your football fans wanting more. To get started, you're going to have 2 pounds of ground beef, preferably 80/20, some shredded cheddar, 2 cans of Grand's biscuits, an egg, some relish, ketchup, mustard, and sesame seeds, and then any seasonings you like to add to your beef. You're going to take your beef and get it nice and browned. While it's browning, you're going to add your seasonings. I chose to use pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. A lot of onion powder is going to give it kind of that McDonald's McDouble taste. You're going to add a generous helping of ketchup and an equal amount of mustard. Then we're going to add as much relish as our little heart desires. Mix that really well till you get a nice sloppy Joe look. But what we're going to do is we're going to add a whole bunch of cheese. We're going to stir until it's nice and mixed. You're going to take a large muffin tin and take your biscuits and tear them in half until you can flatten one side out. And that's going to be the base. You're going to press it into the bottom and add 2 scoops of your mixture. And on top of that, we're going to add more cheese. Then you're going to take that second part of your biscuit and flatten it out as well. And then you're going to tuck the edges in so they're touching top and bottom. You're going to take your hand and kind of flatten out the top a little bit so it's more evenly dispersed. You're going to take that egg and mix it. Then we're going to do an egg wash on it so your sesame seeds have something to stick to, and you're going to get a nice golden brown. You're going to put those in the oven according to the time on your biscuits. All of them are a little different. And then once they come out, you're going to put them onto a cooling rack. They should slide right out. Give them a nice little flip over so you can see that gorgeous golden top. Let them sit for a few minutes, and then they are ready to serve. They're the perfect bite in your hand. Happy eating!
I have another lazy girl meal prep for you guys. This is my lunch for this week, so I'm going to show you guys how to make it.
Starting off by heating up my cast iron on about medium heat. I'm putting 2 containers of chicken, ground chicken in there. You can use ground turkey, you can use ground beef, whatever you prefer. After that, I just break that up a little bit and then add a bunch of seasonings. I will put those on the screen for you, but basically just do the ones that you prefer. While that is getting started, I just started to chop up my sweet potato. If you want to be extra lazy, you can buy these already chopped, but I'm basically just throwing them in the air fryer, slapping on a little bit of avocado spray oil, and then some salt and pepper. You can season these more, but I did just want to keep it simple since everything else is going to be pretty seasoned. So then I just put that in the air fryer on 375 for about 20 or so minutes, and then mix them as you go. Once the chicken is like halfway cooked, I always add some Dijon mustard. It is so good. You have to try it. Once the sweet potatoes are done, I will throw those into a container as well as the ground chicken, and then I will heat up the microwavable Trader Joe's roasted corn. It is so good. Again, lazy, just put it in the microwave, throw some water in there and mix it up. I think I did a total of like 4 minutes. Once you're ready to eat it, just throw on some baby spinach, olive oil, and hot sauce.
You can be the hit of the Super Bowl party or your own dinner table with these sliders. They're great for a crowd and amazing leftover. In a 9x13 baking sheet, I use 3/4 of a pound of ground chuck and press it evenly across. You're not going to think it's enough, but it is. It'll be super thin. Liberally season it with steak seasoning and then bake it in the oven at 350 for only about 7 minutes. Cut a package of King's Hawaiian rolls, and look how much this shrunk, but it fits perfectly onto the Hawaiian rolls. I like lots of sauteed onions and cheese. Top it with melted butter and garlic salt, then throw it back into the oven until the cheese is melted and warm.
Queso dip recipe.
It's Super Bowl Sunday, and we're gonna make a queso dip with all these ingredients. So I'm gonna put this taco seasoning. I'm gonna put some chili flakes, some black pepper, and a little bit of paprika. So I saw this in a recipe, and I'm gonna pour some. And you drink the rest. Cheers! So once everything's absorbed, we turn it off and set it aside. Alright, so I cut up the Velveeta cheese in cubes. I'm gonna throw in half of this bag of Monterey Jack. Then I'm gonna throw in half of this Fiesta blend. Like that. Whoa. We're gonna throw in some serranos. I got a can of Rotel with diced tomatoes and habaneros. We're gonna throw this in there. Yum. All right, some red onion. Last but not least, we're gonna throw half of this in here. Normally it will go in a grill or smoker, but I'm gonna throw it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes and see how it looks. So in total, I left it for 25 minutes. Took it out, I mixed it, and it smells amazing. So let's do a taste test. Here it goes. I hit bomb. Wow, delicious.
This appetizer is so easy to do. I can do it with one hand. You just get yourself a couple pieces of lemon, a few pieces of butter, put a couple pieces of shrimp on, the Good Seasons Italian seasoning blend, and you're just gonna throw it on top of that. And then you're gonna take some white wine, throw it in the oven at 375 for about 10 minutes or until it's C-shaped, and then you're good to go. The perfect game day appetizer in less than 10 minutes.
This dish is super delicious and super easy to make. It's a fun one for the whole family. Chop up your hot dogs into quarters and then take some crescent roll dough, roll it all out and cut them up individually. After you've separated them, we're gonna cut each one into thirds. And you're gonna take your individual mini hot dogs and wrap them into each section until all of your hot dogs have been wrapped. Arrange them on a greased parchment paper, and since I'm making these for the Super Bowl, they're in a football shape. All they have to do to be pull apart is to be touching one another. When they bake, the dough will expand and make sure that they stay together. We're gonna whisk an egg, and this is our egg wash that we're brushing over the entire thing. Add some salt over top, and no shajan. Here's your pull apart mini hot dogs. On today's Super Bowl appetizer series, I'm making some chopped cheese sliders. I love a good chopped cheese sandwich, so I turned it into a slider. So let's get into it. First, we're going to make the sauce. It's mayo, ketchup, mustard, and some relish. Give it a nice, a nice mix. Now we're going to add some onions and our chopped chilies to the skillet, along with our ground beef. Once brown, add your seasonings. Now we're going to get our brioche sliders. We're going to slice them in half, add some cheese. Make sure that cheese is covering all of that bread. And then we're going to add some beef, place it in the oven, and then we're going to get the top buns and throw it on the bottom rack of that oven. Add some sauce to the top buns, and then we're going to add some tomatoes, some onions, and then some pickles. And then we're going to add that top bun and paint it with some garlic butter, and that is it, you guys. This is so perfect for your Super Bowl party, and they are so freaking delicious.
Let's make this super yummy dip. Start with 1 block of cream cheese. If it's not softened, just throw it in the microwave for 45 seconds. 1 packet of ranch seasoning mix, 1/3 cup of sour cream, and I put in a little dried chives. Optional though. Then mix all that up. Add 1 cup of cheese, I use cheddar, and then some crumbled up bacon. Mix that together. Spread this in a baking dish and bake it at 350 for 15 minutes. Garnish with fresh parsley or green onion. So good.
Super Bowl Sunday food part 2. We're making buffalo ranch chicken sliders. First, we're going to combine some chicken, ranch, buffalo sauce, cream cheese. We're going to mix that together really well, add in some pepper. Then we're going to layer some provolone cheese across some Hawaiian rolls. Do 1 full layer so it prevents the bread from getting soggy. Once you've layered your cheese, we're going to add the buffalo mixture to the top of the cheese. Spread really well so it fully covers the cheese. Then we're going to add our buns to the top. Then we're going to go ahead and get some melted butter, spread that all across the buns, sprinkle on your seasoning, your Parmesan cheese. Then we're going to bake these in the oven on 350 for 20 minutes. These are so simple and easy to make. Y'all are going to love them. Here's a recipe for y'all to screenshot. Y'all enjoy.
Buffalo chicken taquitos. These are a hit at any party, and they only take 4 ingredients to make. Just get a rotisserie chicken, shred it up, and add it to a bowl with 1.5 cups of buffalo sauce. You can use homemade or store-bought, and then season with whatever you'd like. I'm using garlic powder, smoked paprika, and sazon. Mix it together and then fold in 4 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese. Then get some corn tortillas and add them to a plate and cover and cook in the microwave for at least 30 seconds. This will prevent them from crumbling when you roll them. Add your filling to 1/2 and then roll it up nice and firm and seal with a toothpick. Then deep fry on medium heat until golden brown and let them rest on a cooling rack. Remove the toothpicks and serve with a side of blue cheese or ranch dressing. Follow along for more recipes and enjoy.
You won't believe that I made these mini pretzel bites using store-bought biscuit dough. It's the perfect appetizer to serve during the big game. You just need to roll the dough, cut them into mini bite-sized pieces, and then boil in water and baking soda until they float to the top, which takes about 15 to 20 seconds. Then spray a baking sheet with oil, place the dough on the baking sheet, brush with egg wash, sprinkle with coarse salt, and bake in the oven at 375 degrees for 20 minutes.